drugs are robbing our children of their future. Every 17 seconds, a teenager experiments with an illicit drug for the first time. And nearly half meet dealers right in the hallways and campuses of their schools. While at the same time, prescription drug abuse has soared by 400%, exceeding heroin, cocaine, and ecstasy combined. Billions are spent on programs to reach kids, with little or no impact on teen experimentation. And all while drug-related crime and violence among young people continues to escalate, threatening their lives and the safety of their communities. But helping young people lead lives without drugs is the foundation for a drug-free world, coordinating the largest non-governmental drug education and prevention campaign on Earth. Drawing on more than 25 years of experience in drug prevention, today, Foundation volunteers and members of like-minded organizations conduct an international multimedia Truth About Drugs campaign. At the heart of the program is a series of high-impact educational booklets covering the most commonly abused drugs, educating youth so they can make their own decision about drugs. And as the materials are available in some 20 languages, drug-free world teams work everywhere. From cocaine distribution points in southern Florida to neighborhoods overrun with meth in Southern California. From the crack streets of New York and Harlem to the designer drug routes of Australia and Asia, and out to cannabis trafficking lanes of Africa and Western Europe. Then there are the partnerships the Foundation forges everywhere else. The New York Drug-Free World formed an alliance with the New York City Department of Youth and Community Development, linking them to hundreds of schools and over 1 million students across New York City, from Brooklyn and the Bronx to Staten Island and Manhattan. All of which led to Drug-Free World being officially inaugurated into a New York State Senate task force on prescription drugs and heroin. And this from the New York State Senate. Drug-Free World has enriched our state and is worthy of the esteem of all New Yorkers. In Indonesia, Drug-Free World Southeast Asia advances truth about drugs to Indonesian youth through the National Scouting Association and its membership of more than 20 million kids. Partnering with the association's Director for Education and Training, Drug-Free World provided 550,000 translated Truth About Drugs booklets, as well as documentaries, educator guides, and lesson plans. Directly following this, more than 4,000 senior scout trainers adopted Drug-Free World to simultaneously attack the plague of drug abuse in Indonesia and serve as agents of change for the nation. In Mexico City, Drug-Free World partners with the Auxiliary Security Forces for the state of Mexico, receiving more than 4,000 booklets pertaining to the principal drugs in their territory. They in turn deploy with precision, distributing literal truckloads of booklets all over the city, which is how Drug-Free World infused nearly 250,000 booklets and thereby assisted the state of Mexico in a war against drugs. Booklet distribution is flanked by a series of award-winning public service announcements broadcast on hundreds of TV stations, totaling over 120 countries and reaching tens of millions of viewers. But the one component that distinguishes Drug-Free World from any other similarly aimed program is this one: an award-winning full-length hour-and-a-half documentary containing films on every drug of choice. This documentary educates and enlightens and speaks to kids in their own language. It's told by people who know addiction firsthand and have actually been there. And by telling their stories, they pass on what they learned so others can avoid going down the same path. Drug-Free World also provides the Truth About Drugs education package. It's complete with posters, the documentary and PSAs, an educational guide, 24 sets of the booklets. In other words, an entire curriculum with a teacher's manual, a full semester of lesson plans, essays, and homework assignments. And all of this is provided by the Foundation at no charge to educators. While to ensure the truth about drugs reaches everyone, there is drugfreeworld.org. When visitors arrive there, they discover the ultimate interactive drug resource center for educators, adults, and kids. Here, anyone can view and download the booklets, watch films and PSAs, create a virtual classroom, or download the curriculum app, and order resources to take the program even further. All told, it adds up to more than 72 million Truth About Drugs booklets distributed. Tens of thousands of drug awareness events in 70 countries. Some 2,000 alliances with other drug prevention entities. More than 17 million visits annually to the Drug Free World website, and hundreds ordering materials every week. Bringing the total people reached with the Foundation's drug-free message to more than 200 million in a single year. It is possible to reverse the trend of drug abuse in our society. The results of the Truth About Drugs program have been proven to effectively empower youth so they make the right choice. Anyone can help by supporting a Truth About Drugs program or providing for distribution of educational materials to youth in their community or city. By joining the Foundation for a Drug-Free World campaign, we can help steer an entire generation away from drugs and set them on course for a drug-free future.